In today's video, this is what we're going to be doing. What's up, you guys? Welcome back and welcome if you're new. In today's video, we're gonna be showing you guys 5 things that you should get if you guys are barely stepping into off-roading. It doesn't matter if you have an SUV or a truck. You don't even have to have a Tacoma. We're gonna be showing you our opinions and thoughts, Nate style. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with the most important mod that you should get. So the first main thing I would suggest going with, and it is the most expensive, wheels, tires, and of course your suspension. If you are going over any rocks, ruts, or anything like that, the clearance is really gonna help you out.
Basically, another thing, part of the rims and tires setup, generally any rim for the most part would be fine. Don't mark my words. When you're getting into off-road rims, you do have to be careful what you pick and choose, but to an extent, because I mean honestly, what I've learned is off-road rims are great when you go with great companies, like honestly, Icons, VTX, Volk, Visions, Methods, Stealth Custom Series. I mean, they're all pretty much the same off-road rims, they're just different look. I'm off-roading, all this outer part is like scuffed up around here from, you know, sending it.
Send it!
Send it! Like say like Jesse's Icons, same thing, they're deep recessed, which is what you would want with the off-road rim, because I mean if you're like one of those guys that just lifts it on 18s or 20s and you got like that much tread or rubber between your rim and the ground, you can't air down, you're gonna dent your rim. When you're off-roading, the brands that I just listed, we're not affiliated with any of them, so we're not like showing, you know, a sponsorship or anything like that. Now stepping into tires, Jesse's got the Toyo great all-terrain tires, very, very quiet on the road. The only downfall to these tires that I see is just the sidewall tread. It's not as aggressive as it could be, but at the end of the day, it's still a good tire to go with. Very quiet on the road noise, good mileage out of them. I'm also running an all-terrain tire, but mine are Falcon Wild Peaks.
You can probably tell the difference already.
Yeah, the tread, and these are also still very quiet on the road. A little bit more gapped, almost similar to a more aggressive all-terrain, similar to like how mud terrains, they're gapped a lot.
So the next big thing to get, this is gonna help you out a lot if you're off-roading at night or just with a bunch of buddies, and it's not that expensive depending on what brand you choose, is your lighting. So it could be with LEDs for your headlights. It's gonna be, we have pods for our fog lights down here. I do have a hidden light bar underneath here. So of course having light bars is gonna play a big part. I have some ditch lights for my lighting as well, so that helps out a lot at night. One thing to note though, it is gonna help if you have amber lighting instead of my regular like 6K lighting. All right, so like I was stating, getting amber lighting is seriously gonna help a lot, especially if you go off-roading a lot with your buddies, or if you go off-roading maybe in the snow when it's snowing. The amber lighting is just gonna help keep the glare to minimalist. But from experience, because I'm running white LEDs and all my light bars are white, and Chris's are all amber, so we both have seen the differences. You gotta see it in person, and maybe one of these days we'll make a video directly just on it. I'm gonna go ahead and hand over the camera to Chris.
Not all of my lights are entirely amber, and the reason for that is because I still wanna have the function of having the white LEDs. If you notice, my fogs are pods. I can get this off. They're white LEDs. All of this is an amber cover. Same thing with the top ones, the ditch lights, a white LED under it. And then up on the top, roof light bar and the bumper light bar, I have a white center and then amber outsides. Step into next mod that we feel is like a must-have. But it also depends too on what you're building for, because like if you mostly just go out to like the deserts, like, you know, Glamis, Pismo Beach, Johnson Valley, the Mojave Desert, if you're doing that stuff, you don't need sliders in my opinion. But if you do like a mixture of say desert runs and mountain trails, if you just do anything to where you're actually doing 4x4 trails or just coming close in contact with the actual ground, then sliders in my opinion are a lifesaver out there. These are bolted directly to your frame. I mean, they double up as like side steps. Then you can also get a high lift jack like in previous videos, where you can actually jack up your truck if you needed to, because like, you know, the stock little jack that comes stock. When you're on the trail, those little stock jacks that the trucks usually come with, they're probably not going to work on the trail. That's why you see a lot of off-roaders, even if it's on the freeway, if you're not an off-roader, you'll see lifted trucks and stuff like that. The ones that actually off-road that are like overland, they'll have high lift jacks mounted somewhere, either in the bed of their trucks, on the roof racks, on their bumpers. I've even seen Jeeps with them on the hoods of their Jeeps. I need, if you guys have noticed in the other videos, skid plates are also a major thing. You want that underbody protection. It has some parts or dirt little piles stick up in the middle of the trail, anything like that. Skid plates are what's going to save you at the end of the day. It's going to protect your lower control arm mounts, your actual engine, your transfer case, drive shafts, your rear differential. The skid plates can be a huge help when you're off-roading because it's just that underbody protection. Plus it also helps too in not getting stuck. A lot of times stuff under the underbody, if you're high centering on something, well, one of the sliders can help with that too, but also skid plates will kind of help make it so you're not getting hung up on anything. That will allow you to slide over anything for the most part. Now we mentioned getting stuck, the thing to step into is recovery gear.
Oh, I should have got that on video.
Cut that. So stepping into recovery gear package, you have this, and one thing you want to get is a D-ring shackle and one of these receiver hitches for the shackle. That's going to aid in giving you a solid recovery point in the back of your truck. In front of your trucks, you get 2 recovery points. One's a full welded on loop to your frame, and the other one's a hook. I don't know what the ratings are for each one. I don't know if one's stronger than the other one. Jeeps and SUVs and pickup trucks will have 2 recovery points in the front, mostly for when you're getting repoed. To other recovery gear, you want to get yourself a good set of tow straps. If you have a winch, then you can get snatch blocks, and and then when you get into other tow straps like this, then you also have tree savers. This is a whole list of all kinds of different recovery gear that you can have. But just getting into it, just get something basic, D-ring shackle for basic recoveries for your rear. Couple of good strong tow straps.
If you guys did stay till the end of this video, you guys are going to get some bonus clips. We're going to go ahead and show you some extra things that we do think you might be able to get some use of if you go off-roading. We didn't think this was like something main to get or something to get at first, but these are things that will help you out eventually. So if you stayed till the end, like I said, these are the bonus ones. Let's get to it.
Another key feature to have for like if you're overlanding or off-roading or just in the scene in general, I would highly recommend getting something like this for your bedsides. They also make one for the back of the cab. These MOLLE panels are really great to have because you can add anything like the quick fist mounts like this to carry, say, a fire extinguisher. Over there I used to have a shovel, but one of them broke off. It's versatile, so you can mount almost anything on here. My power tank I'm gonna mount right here. Here I'm gonna mount like an outer limit supply, trauma kit maybe, fire extinguisher over there, so your shovel, axe, anything else. It's just, they're pretty universal. You can do whatever you want with them. In off-roading or overlanding, just to have more places to mount more gear as you build your build over time, is to get a roof rack. It doesn't necessarily have to be the PRINSU. I love the PRINSU. It looks great. The quality's great. It's very strong. I can even stand on it. And you can mount like,
And if you want to install video on it, go ahead and check it out. I made one. I'm just kidding.
Leave that in there.
It'll be in the description box below.
So get a front runner or anything like that. This is just basically anything that any of the tools available. I would highly recommend a roof rack because then you got another spot to mount, max track, solar panel. You can mount load panels, awnings on it, high lift jacks. They're so versatile. You can mount almost anything on it. Out of these last bonus upgrades or mods is make sure you have a secondary form of communication. Me and Jesse are both running the same CB radio setup. It's hardwired to our trucks, so I don't have to worry about batteries dying. This will allow me to get into contact with someone where I won't have cell reception, for the most part, because you still have to worry about, with the CB radio, it's straight to straight, I believe it is. So if I'm right where I am, I can't talk to someone on the other side of that mountain because the mountain's in the way, I think. I'm not an expert in how the radios work exactly, but I know how to work it.
If you guys want an install video on that as well, it will be in the description box below.
Paid advertisements. But yeah, honestly, a radio, a secondary form of communication, is a major key to off-roading and overlanding, because if anything happens, you want to be able to still get into contact with someone else in case of an emergency. I highly recommend what I'm going to do in the future, what I'm going to be working on the next few months, is getting my ham radio operator license. That way I can get a hardwired ham radio.
I'm gonna cut you off there. If you guys would want to see a video, ham radio versus CB radio, I would try to get one of the local owners that are around here, see if he's down to do a video with us, and if he is, I can have him explain exactly what the difference is of the two. Like I said, that's only if he agrees to it and if you guys want to watch it. So yeah,
cheap way to get into it. I think this whole entire setup that me and Jesse are both running was like $100-150 maybe, around there, just because this mount right here, the Rego one, is the only one that's really expensive. Excuse the dirty truck. That's pretty much the CB radio setup. It's out of the way. It doesn't bother me when I'm driving. My leg rubs up against it like a tiny bit, but it doesn't interfere with anything else.
When the steering wheel is actually straight, you can't even you can't really see this. So there's no bother in your driving habits or anything like that. Like he was stating, it does rub a little bit, but it's not a big deal. I mean, there's your communication. It looks good. It looks clean. I wouldn't say it looks factory, but it does fit in perfectly. I wish you'd have found that one. And if you want to go, if you guys like this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you guys want to go ahead and follow Chris on Instagram, he does do crazy things. He does post it on there. So if you want to follow him, it will be in the description box below. Peace.
The loudest one of them.
Ah.
Throw in the Razor Road clip.
It is your lighting.
Damn. Look at all these cars. Just messing with us. Oh, there goes another one. Watch your profanity. Oh, I'm recording still. That's a blooper.
Alright. That's all I gotta say.
That long pause.
Well,
Oh, I never stopped recording.
oh, that's okay then. We'll wait till this car passes. Run, sir.
Ready, set, go! Throw in the Razor Road clip.